What? I know it's recording. I'm the one that pushed record. Anyway, so let's do some of this first so everybody has an idea about how to carry on with these. Please notice that these questions now are different than all the questions you have done before, yes? All the questions you have done before had triangles, didn't they? Which means, what shape do you need to do trig? A triangle. Do I have a triangle? I do not. What should I do? Make one. Done. Which of those three walls would be the school? The vertical, the horizontal, or the diagonal? Vertical. So there's the school. What are the other two? One is the ground. And this is the hypotenuse. Now, what is the only number I know? 42 along the ground. Who is 42 away? Ike. Which means Ike is the guy who's doing the looking at this triangle, isn't it? Which means the angle right by Ike is what? No. It is the angle of elevation, or our theta. In this case, Nick, what is its value? There you go. Now, can you do trig? Of course you can. Why? Because you know everything you need to know, and you're going to write it out and do it right. Theta is what? 30. What is this side? Opposite. Do you know it? No. What is this side? What is it? 42. What uses O and A? Tan. Tan 30 equals O over A. How do you get rid of divide by 42? 42 tan 30 equals. And then you go to your calculator. Did you need your calculator before the end? No. I watch you guys do trig. You don't write stuff down. You like look at your calculator like it's going to do something for you. Don't. Put your calculator away, write out your work, then go to your calculator when you need to. If you were going to build a house, would you spend time staring at the hammer? No, you'd pick it up and bang nails in when it was time to bang in nails, wouldn't you? So why is this the way you guys do math? It's not doing anything.
Why is that weird?
It's not doing anything. All right, let's look at the next question. What do I need? A triangle. Okay. The triangle is between what, and what? It's an airplane to a town and to the ground, yes? Where do airplanes live? Up in the sky. Airplane. Right? Here is Abby. She's bald today. She looks out the window and sees what? The town. At an angle of depression. Well, if Abby didn't look down, where should her eyes be looking? Straight across, because she's flying the plane. Now, the clouds part and she looks down because now she can see the ground. So now where have her eyes gone? Downward. So where is the angle of depression? Right there. Now, do I have a triangle? Great. How tall? How far is the plane in the air? 2,500. Where does that line go? Vertical. 2,500. Do I know anything else? What? Theta's 15. Now, can I do trig? Should I have touched my calculator? No. Should I have touched it yet? No, still not. Theta is 15. O is 2,500. What do I need? Read the question. How far away horizontally? So do I need A or H? A. That's what I don't know. Then I write it out. Tan 15 equals O, 2,500 over A. What do I do in the letters on the bottom? divide 2,500 divided by tan 15. Now, if you get to there, do I give you full marks? I give you like 2.5 out of 3. You still get the A. But many of you refuse to write that out. Look me in the face and tell me that is too hard to understand. Do I give you the list? Yeah. Right? I give you a drawing with opposites and adjacents and hypotenuses on it, didn't I? Right? You have it right in front of you. It's on your formula sheet. Did I make you memorize SOHCAHTOA? Yeah. No. It's on your formula sheet. Yes. Okay. So you're going to punch that into your calculator and you're going to get an answer of whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Because I'm not going to my calculator because I don't care about the calculator work. I care about this part. Okay. What is it? Did somebody punch it in? 9,330. Good. Dip. What's this? 24. Awesome. This question is really, really, really hard. Number 11. Okay. I need a triangle, don't I? Okay. What do I know about that triangle? It goes up by 1 for every 19 meters along the road. Where's the road? Hypotenuse or bottom? Hypotenuse, guys. The car doesn't drive into the middle of a mountain and get an elevator up.
At this time, students that have tickets to the bio game with teacher's permission, they can head out.
Have a good long weekend.
Thank you.
Don't eat too much turkey so you feel gross if you eat turkey. If you don't eat turkey but you just feast on something else, don't feast so much you feel gross. I will see you back here on Tuesday. It could be, but it plainly says that the road rises for every...
I know, but you can't go through a mountain and then go take an elevator up. So I thought it was
Bye. All right. So, that's wonderful, except that's not answering the question for me, is it? The question says the road has to be how long? 300. And I want to know horizontally. So I need this distance, don't I?
Yeah.
How can I find that? Do I know this distance?
No, but you can get the angle, which then you can use the angle to get that distance.
I could get the angle and do trig, right? Could I get this distance and do similar triangles? Both of which will work. Do I care which one you do? If you do a squared, b squared, c squared, you're going to get a number here, aren't you? Yeah. And then you have 19 compared to 300, and then that number compared to x. Cross multiply, you get the answer, yes? Or you do the other thing that Riley or Aiden said, I can't remember who it was. You find that angle, and that angle is going to be the same right there, isn't it? And then you do trig with 300. Everybody understand? Which way do you think I want you to do in this unit about trig? Absolutely right. I tried to trick you by saying, which way do I want you to do it in this unit about trig? I was hoping you would always say, we should do trig. But that's never the right answer, is it? The right answer is what you understand. Clear? Word. No. No. You have 19 and 300.
Yeah, but when we did the a squared plus b squared.
You have to do a squared, b squared, c squared to get this distance. Once you have this distance,
That's 19.
this? No, it's not. It's very close to 19. It's 8.
Like 18.95.
Yeah. So you have to leave it that way. Yeah. Then you were to come over here and you would have 18.9 because you have that one on top over This is our x. And then you cross multiply. Or you do it with trig. You do shift sign over here to get the theta. And then that gives you a theta over here. Then you use cos to find x. I personally would do the trig as well. Because, Carlos, just like Aiden said, his first reaction here was to round that to 19. But it can't be 19, can it? Because this has to be the hypotenuse, right? So right now, if it's only 1 meter, yeah, it's super close to 19. But when we go out to 100, that 0.1 will make a difference, right? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Carlos is saying he would rather do shift sine of 1 over 19 to get theta, and then come over here and do cos theta equaled x over 300. 300 times this would be the answer. Everybody cool? Okay. Now let's look at the next question. How many pieces of information do you need to solve a triangle? A triangle. You need one angle, one side, or two sides, right? So this rectangle I have here, I can't do trig on a rectangle, can I? No, but I can do trig on a triangle, can't I? The question says I need the area of this triangle. What is area of a triangle? No, that's... Oh, I said what's the area of a triangle? Yes, it is base times height divided by 2. What's the area of a rectangle? Length times width. Is that W? Is that length? Are those also the opposite and adjacent sides to that theta? So can I use trig to find W and L? And once I have W and L, can I multiply them together to get the area? And how would I set that up? What's my theta? 21. What do I know? My hypotenuse is what? 12.7. I need the opposite, which is what letter? W. And I also know I have a theta of 21, a hypotenuse of 12.7, but I also need my adjacent, don't I? And that's L, yes? How do I find the blue one? What uses O and H? What do you got? Oh yeah, those are good. No, thanks, man. I've been eating badly today. I feel bad about myself. I'm trying to say no to things. No, I am practicing my willpower, Aiden. That's why my bugles are here where I could reach them, but choose not to. You can just have a bugle, buddy. Yes. So what do I do here? Sine 21 equals O W over 12.7. What do I do there? 12.7 times sine 21. Yes? Now, if I go to my calculator there, I'm going to get a big long decimal, aren't I? And then I'm going to be tempted to do like Aiden did and round it off, yes? Is that going to give me my best answer? No, because once I round it, I change it, don't I? So what if I just left that alone? Because I'm not done the question, am I? Right? That we know is W. Agreed? Because W equals that. Is everyone cool with that? Okay. Because every time I go to my calculator, I kind of change my train of thought, don't I? Right? Once you go to your calculator, that's not trig. You got to think, oh, now I got to work with my calculator. And then I've got more trig to do, so I got to come back to trig, then go back to my calculator. Is everybody with me? So I want you guys to look at something. Over here, what would I do? What uses A and H? Cos 21 is L over 12.7. So that's 12.7 cos 21, isn't it? Is everybody cool? And that is my, that's my length, yes? Now, what do I know I have to do with width and length? Multiply them. So what if I just go to my calculator now and do it all at once? Does everybody see? It's longer with your calculator now, but it's less back and forth. Because what happens every time you got to go back and forth? You might put a decimal in the wrong spot. You might round poorly. You understand what I'm saying? So if I were to choose to, I could now go on my calculator, if I had a forward calculator, 12.7 sine 21 times 12.7 cos 21, if I had a forward calculator. If I had a backwards calculator, it would be 21 sine times 12.7 in brackets times 21 cos times 12.7 in brackets and equals. And I would get the same answer. Now let me ask you this. I may prefer this, but what if you don't? Do you have to do it? No. Would I be just as happy if you found this and rounded it off and found this and rounded it off and then multiplied them together? Yes. Does everybody follow me? I want you guys to get to here, because by grade 12 in university, this is what they want to see. They don't want you rounding stuff off. Like, remember when we did pi and we said at the beginning of the year, okay, we don't use 3.14 anymore, we use our pi button. And then we went one step further and said, leave it as pi, right? This is what you would want in higher level math, because there's no rounding and no decimal. There's no subjective part to it, right? This is an answer. Is everybody good? Do I care? No. Would I be super happy if you at least tried this, leaving it all till the end? Yeah, I would be. Will I demand it? No. Is everybody cool with that? Does everybody see why it works? Does everybody understand why I like it? Because the problem, and it's perfect that this happened right here, because Aiden had that at 19. If Aiden never wrote 19, didn't go to his calculator till the end, then he never sees that that's almost 19, does he? And he can't make a rounding error. Picking up what I'm putting down? All right. I want to do 2 more questions, and I'm just going to shut up, and you guys can chill. You can do math, whatever you need. Okay? So let's look at this question. Where is MN?
Over there.
It's this one, yes? Now, if I need to find that side, I need how many pieces of information in its triangle? 2. How many pieces of information do I have? 1. I only have a theta, right? So I need to either find this side or this side. Can I find anything up here? Why? Because there's nothing going on up there, is there? But I can find this side, can't I? Why? Because it's attached to this triangle that has a theta of 33 and hypotenuse of 8.2. And what side do I need in red? Adjacent. So what works there? Right. Cos 33 equals x over 8.2, correct? What do I do? Cos 33 will give me x, right? Does everyone agree? Now, let's just practice what I just talked about. I know this side is x, yes? But I also know it's 8.2 times cos 33, don't I? Everyone agree? Okay. So in this triangle now, the blue triangle, do I have a theta? What is it? 49. What else do I have? What's that? It's the hypotenuse. Now we know that it's 8.2 times cos 33, don't we? Everybody agree? Okay. And what do I need? I need the opposite. There's my x. Everyone cool? So how would I fill that out? What uses O and H? Sine. Sine of 49 equals O x over 8.2 cos 33. How do I get rid of that on the bottom?
6.8.
It is 6.8, isn't it? But if I wanted to get rid of that, couldn't I just multiply this? So wouldn't this side be 8.2 times cos 33 times sine 49 and get my x all in one shot? Everybody see what I'm saying? Now, Carlos, am I allowed to get that as 6.8 and then put 6.8 over here? Of course I am. Right? But one of them gives me a better answer. Not more right or wrong, just better. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? So either of these is acceptable, right? If you're going to go far in math, I want you to get used to seeing things like this, because this is how it's going to get written later in life, because they don't like rounding. Everybody okay? All right. I think you guys can probably figure this out. How many triangles are on the green or on the 14? 2. There's that one. And there's that one, yes? I have thetas in both. And I need the heights, yes? So I need 2 pieces of information. Do I know this distance? What is it? Right, it's 55 divided by 2. So you can figure this question out. I'm going to walk away from it. Is everyone okay with that? Yeah. Okay. Now this question I want to talk about, because this question really screws kids up. And it's not because you don't know how to do trig. It's because it's a hard question to read, because we don't practice this kind of geometry in Canada very much. I need to find that angle.
Which is the one right in the far left right corner?
No. That's the problem.
Oh, I just found the ball.
I have to go from G to H to J. G to H, easy peasy, yes?
No.
H to J is way down here, yes? So do I need the black angle, the red angle, or all of it? I need all of it. Okay? So really what I need is this triangle. I need that angle right there, and I have 6. Does everybody understand? How many pieces of information do I need about this triangle to do that? I need 2. I know that this part of the triangle is 4. Right? Do I know this part? I do. Because over here, I have 6, 9. How do I find this? This is a Pythagoras question, yes? So once I Pythagoras here, I put that there, and then what do I do with these 2 numbers? Add them. Picking up what I'm putting down? Can I leave that to you guys to finish that one? Okay. Yeah, I understand. Number 16 is a problem because you guys don't know what a guy wire is. You do know what a guy wire is, you just didn't know it was called that.
Is it a guy with a telephone?
There's a tower, right?
Yeah.
You guys have all seen cell towers, right?
Yeah.
Do they just stand?
No.
What's attached to them?
Cable.
Cables that go down to the ground. That is a guy wire.
Oh, is it that yellow, like, covered pole?
Yeah.
I've seen a car drive them.
Yeah. That's all a guy, like telephone poles, same thing. That cable that goes down to the ground has the plastic at the bottom. Those are guy wires. You've just never heard the name.
I went next time and I went and I was looking back.
Okay. So I'm going to help you draw this. Then I'm going to leave you alone. The two guy wires are anchored to the same point on the ground, 8 meters away from the tower. So here is 8 meters, and there's two guy wires that go from there. One goes to there, and one goes up to the top. Right? Well, that's what it says. The longer guy wire is 56. So this angle, which I'm going to color yellow, is how big? 56. Now I'm going to draw this guy right here. This is still 8. This is not 56. What's this guy? 32. And then I do trig twice. Because the question is, how much wire do I need? Everybody understand?
Yeah.
Now again, people say, I'll never need to know to do this in real life. Somebody had to build this thing, right?
Yeah.
Somebody had to decide how much cable to bring out to the site, right?
Yeah.
Do you guarantee you're not going to build stuff in your life?
No.
You can't see the future. If we could see the future, we'd all have already bought the lottery ticket. And we'd split it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 ways. Although that's not really fair because I would have to buy the ticket because you're all underage, so I would take a little more.
What if we just all pretend?
Hey, man.
What if it's a bad lottery though? We don't want to pick it for
What if it was one of us that could see
What
the
those
future,
are.
but you would be not?
But you couldn't buy a lottery ticket whether you could see the future or not.
Yeah, but I
After all we've been through together, TJ. That hurts, man.
Wait, TJ has a nice chair.
That hurts.
it was at my desk.
It was at his desk. I've already gotten mad at somebody. Now, 17 is the last one I want to help you with the drawing on.
You said 2 like 4.
No. I said there were 2 more drawings I wanted to do. I only did 2 more drawings. I did the guy wire drawing. Now we're going to draw this one. Peeping Tom is in his building.
Ooh, Peeping Tom.
Here's Tom. How far off the ground is he? 13 floors or 130 feet. Yes? Everybody agree? Okay. He looks across the street and he sees the lovely and talented Sandra down on the ground. Right? And then he looks over to the top of the building over there and he sees the lovely and talented Elizabeth. Do I have a triangle that I can do trig with yet?
Yes.
I can't do trig yet.
Oh.
What do I need to do trig? I need a 90-degree angle.
Oh, you saw Sandra and you got the
Where would Tom's eyes be if there were no cute girls over here?
Straight.
Straight across.
Or down. Found a right angle.
Now, did I make a right angle?
Yeah.
What do I know? I know he looks down at Sandra. Which of those is the down, the 40 or the 10? 40, because it's the depression one. The 10 is there. Now, I need 2 pieces of information. There is a triangle. Do I have 2 pieces of information for it?
Yes.
How?
You have the 130.
Yeah, because that 130 is the same thing over here. Now you can do trig, right?
Yeah.
Because I have this green triangle and I have this blue triangle.
Myers, I know it's called the angle of depression. He sees Sandra and he gets depressed because she broke up with him. So he looks at his new girlfriend Elizabeth.
Why is she up there?
I would not recommend, Sam, I'm going to give you a small piece of advice. I would not recommend dating 2 women that live in the same apartment building. Just because you know as well as I do that Elizabeth is going to Snapchat about every date Tom goes on with her. And Sandra, who's broken up with him, is going to Snapchat about what an idiot her ex-boyfriend is. Then these 2 are going to meet in the laundry room. They're going to compare notes, get each other's Snapchats, and realize that you're Sandra's idiot. Not you. Tom is Sandra's idiot. And then you're screwed.
They're going to start throwing laundry baskets.
All right. That should be it. You should be good now.
Yes.
Okay? What's your job till Tuesday?
Get up to page 7.
Up to page 70 and 71. Do you need to spend a lot of time on 70 and 71 if you're starting to understand this? No. Okay? Take control of your learning. If you don't need to practice 1,000 questions, then don't. If you're getting this, then be accepting of the fact that you get it. But by the same token, the other side of that coin is if you are continually not getting the right answers, then you must need more practice. Do you understand? Okay. Now, TJ, you just asked me something. Can I what?
Play music in the background.
Like right now?
Yeah.
I have music on my phone. I can plug it in. I don't care.
Yay.
You guys won't